Welcome, yogis. Welcome to class. So today we will work around the hips. So we will address our hips and we will do a Yin and Yang class. So which means that we will start with more Yang approach, so more active work addressing the hips, and then we will end with beautiful like long held poses like suiting our hips and releasing our mainly the hips. Okay, you will need 2 blocks if you have them, otherwise 2 sturdy books will work as well. And if you have a bolster, that will also be nice. We will use it at the end, but if you don't have, don't worry, maybe grab a pillow or something. That's always nice to have. And you know, of course, for the Shavasana, for the final resting pose, you can also have a blanket to make it cozy. Nice. So we are going to begin with a meditation. And so come into a seated, find your seated position. Make sure you're elevating your hips by using, whether it's a block, maybe a pillow, or a few cushions stuck on one on top of the other, so that your hips are higher than your knees. Good. Feel your sitting bones in contact with the cushion and evenly press your sitting bones down into the cushion so that your spine grows nice and tall. We want to find that lengthen, but we do not want to be rigid and stiff in our posture. So we need to find that balance of creating space, lengthening, but also softening at the same time. Good. You can rest the hands on your knees and gently invite you to close your eyes. Relaxing your tummy, your hips, your pelvic floor. Relaxing the jaw. Softening the eyelids. Softening the space between the eyebrows. And begin to drop your full attention from the mind space into the body space, so that you become aware of the movement of your body when you breathe in, the expansion of your tummy, of your chest, and the gentle retraction, the gentle falling of the chest and the belly when you breathe out. Simply following, simply observing your natural, your effortless breath. No need to push the breath, no need to force the breath. And notice the movement of the body. When you inhale, there is an expansion. The body needs to take more space, more room, because the lungs become bigger. And when you exhale, there is a gentle retraction, a gentle falling. Maybe you feel that movement more in your tummy, more in your chest. But simply become aware of that movement. Very nice. And notice how the breath becomes deeper, longer. Maybe taking a few big or giant breaths, expanding fully. And if you like, through the mouth, side out. At your own pace, breathing in, lengthening, exhale, releasing any heaviness, anything that you're carrying from this day, anything that you want to release, to let go. Maybe making a sound, anything that doesn't serve you in this session, in this class. And now keep following the breath, keep observing the breath, keep observing the natural breath and the movement of the body as I guide you in this short meditation. We will dive a bit deeper in the topic of this course about spring, about transitioning from winter into spring. And like nature moves through its cycles, humans, we also move through seasons. Our energy shifts. We are affected by this transition. And so winter is about introspection and darkness and quiet times. And spring is about renewal, like a new fresh start. So this is the best time of growing something new, of starting a project, of starting a new routine, or creating something new. And now I invite you to imagine yourself standing in a peaceful meadow at the beginning of the spring. The air is fresh and pure. You can feel the earth alive beneath your feet. You can see the fresh new grass and the buds that are about to blossom. You can feel the sun, the warmth of the sun touching your bare skin. You perceive this shift, this change in the air around you as you're looking at nature, but also within you, inside you. With every inhale, you breathe in this fresh new energy. And with every exhale, you let go of the heaviness of winter. You let go of anything from the winter from last year that feels heavy, that you want to release. Anything that you don't need to carry into this new season. Breathing in fresh new energy. Breathing out anything that it's time to release, it's time to say goodbye, it's time to let go. And I imagine that in your hands you are holding a seed. Look at the seed that you're holding. It can be a small seed, a big seed. What color is the seed? And this seed represents this new beginning, this new cycle that we are starting together with this journey, with this program. And as you look at the seed, ask yourself, what in my life is ready to be renewed? What is my intention for this new cycle? What would I like to see grow? It can be something that you'd like to see grow in yourself or around you. This can be something that you want to cultivate in this program, in this course. Maybe a personal project or something that you want to incorporate in your life. What in my life is ready to be renewed? What is my intention for this new cycle? What would I like to see grow? And now it's time to place the seed into the soil, into the earth. So you dig a small space in the soil and you plant your seed there, your intention. And as you plant the seed, you feel this sense of commitment, of willingness to take care of that seed, to water that seed every day with small little actions, with compassion, with love, with care, nourishing the seed, nourishing yourself. Good. Just look at the seed and where you have planted it. Now it's covered in soil. And feel this energy of excitement of what's coming next, without being attached to any outcome or an expectation, but just knowing that this seed will bloom if you will take care of it. Very good. Come back to your breath. Good. And without thinking about it, you can start to find some movements in your body. If you really feel the need to uncross your legs, please go ahead and do so. Still with your eyes closed, let the body express itself intuitively through movement. Maybe you want to stretch, maybe you feel like yawning, or anything. Anything is valid, anything is good. Very nice. Slowly open your eyes, come back. Good, welcome back. We will begin in a standing position. Beautiful. Open your feet hip width apart. Feel the ground beneath you. And we begin with a simple breathing practice. Lifting the arms overhead, inhaling, joining the palms together. And exhaling, lowering the hands to your chest, to your heart. At your own pace, breathing in, begin to lift your arms. When you finish your inhale, you join the palms. And when you begin to exhale, you start to lower your hands to your chest. Finishing the exhale at the heart. Continuing at your own pace. Trying to connect the movement with the breath. This is what we want to practice in yoga. Mindful movement. We are aware of the movement, we are aware of the breath, and we try to synchronize them. If your breath is slow and deep, your movement will also be slow, deep, controlled, mindful. Keep going. If your breath is fast and shallow, your movement will also be fast and shallow. Good. Last one. Very good. Release the hands down. Begin to lifting your right heel and start to make some circles with the right ankle. You can keep the balls of the foot supported on the ground, or you can lift the foot and find some balance here. If you're balancing, you can always find the support into the wall, maybe. Change direction. So we'll do a short and quick joint freeing practice here. pointing and flexing, going through the main joints. Good. Release the foot down. Other side, left foot, you can stay with the balls on the ground, or you can find balance. Nice and slow movement, nice and slow mindful movement. Good. Change direction. And point and flex. Good. Release down, join the feet together, hands on the knees, and bend the knees forward and backward. So maybe your knees, as they move forward, they move over the toes. So you pass the line of your toes forward and backward. Forward and backward. And when you press the knees back, you squeeze the knees towards the back behind you, and you feel a little activation in your quads, in your quadriceps. Good. Very nice. Release, come back up. Open the feet hip width apart. Hands at the waist. Anterior and posterior pelvic tilt. So tailbone moves down between your legs and tailbone moves up. Down and up. Knees are soft here. Very good. Good. Come into a neutral, into stillness. Now move right to left. Again, knees are soft. And now you can start to make circles. So you go to one side with your pelvis. Forward, other side, and back. Arching. Side, forward, tailbone between the legs, other side, and arching the lower back. Exploring the full range of motion of the pelvis. Moving the lower back. Change the direction. Mindful movement. You are aware of this movement. You are aware where it might feel maybe stuck or sticky or free. Good. Release. Back to center. Nice. We're going to come into cactus shape here. And now squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back, squeezing the elbows, opening the chest, opening the rib cage, forward and up. Inhale. And now press. So press the hands away from you and press the rib cage back to the back. Inhale, open the front body, arch. Exhale, round, open the back body. This is your standing cat-cow. So moving the spine. Keep going with gentle movements. Good. Last one. And round. Good. Release the arms down. Take your shoulders up to the ears. Inhale. And lower the shoulders down. Exhale. Again, inhale, lift shoulders. Make sure the neck is nice and free. Exhale, lower the shoulders and feel how the shoulder blades are moving also down and away from the head. Keep going with the breath. And one more. Good, release down. Very good. Neck, inhale, lift the chin to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest. Two more. With your breath. And now keep the chin into the chest and take your chin to the right side, back to the chest, and to the left side, drawing half circles with your chin. And when you're ready, please go ahead and find big full circles. To one direction, and then you switch to the other direction. Good. Come to center. Very good. Inhale. Join the palms. Interlock the fingers but extend the thumb and the index finger. We call this Kali Mudra. And from here, inhale, lift your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, side bend towards your left side. And now see if you can lift from your right lats, your lateral muscles, a little bit up and high. So you feel a beautiful stretch into the right side of the body. So it's not about going all the way to the side, but instead it's about reaching up and high diagonally. Good. Back to center, inhale. And to the other side, exhale. Good. Back to center, inhale. And release, exhale. And come into your first forward fold. So fold into Uttanasana, or intense stretch pose. You can use 2 blocks below the hands. Here, fully drop the head so that the neck is relaxed. And begin to bend and extend one leg at a time. Like we do in down dog. Bend and extend one leg at a time here. Your heels are on the ground. Your big toes are pressing into the ground. Your feet are stable. Your legs are strong because they are supporting you. They are your foundations. Good. Lengthen your spine, inhale. This is halfway lift, so your hands can be on the shins or on the blocks. Exhale, fold forward. Place your hands on the mat and step back to tabletop position here. Good. From tabletop, we begin lifting the right knee up towards the side and lower. 2 more like this, lifting. If I'm not comfortable on my wrists, 2 options. I can come on my fists or I can come on my forearm. It's the same, doesn't matter. And lower. Good. Try the other side now. Left leg lifts and lower, feeling the glutes. Starting our work on the hips and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Let's do other side again. So lift right knee to the side. And now take the knee into the shoulder and start to make big circles with the knee. 1. Core is strong. 2. Connecting the upper and lower body. 3. Change direction. 1. Breathing. 2. And 3. Very good. Release the knee down. Other sides. Left knee lifts first. Knee to shoulder and circles. 1. 2. Controlled movements. 3. Change direction. 1. 2. And 3. Very good. Ooh, I can feel my glutes. Tuck the toes under. Let's give a break to our wrists and to our glutes by sitting back, sitting onto our feet, walking the hands towards the knees, or maybe coming onto your thighs. See if you can take your shoulders over your hips, over your heels here. And maybe moving from side to side, moving the hips from side to side, making sure your pinky toe is also tucked under, and you move right to left. Sometimes here the toes like to pop, and that's good. That's really good. Good. Release the hands back on the mat. You know what's coming. Untucking the toes. And again, walk back. You can stay with the hands supported, hands on the glutes, on the thighs. And if you like to elevate your glutes so that we make it a bit more accessible, you can sit on the blocks, placing the blocks between your feet here. So if you have any knees issue, any knee problem, you want to elevate your hips in this way. Very nice. And here also you can move from side to side. You can wiggle from side to side. Good. We're going to come back onto our hands and knees, tabletop position here. And let's step the right foot forward in between the hands here. Good. Walk the back knee slightly backward. You know, you can add a padding below the left knee at the back so that if the ground is really hard, you can have a little cushion there. Good. Pressing into the right foot and come with your hands on your knee here. And we're going to do 10 pulses here. So we start to get into the hip, into the quad, into the psoas of the left foot. So you will come back and pulse forward. 1, 2, 3. Keep pressing the big toe into the ground on the right foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Feel your right foot engaging with the ground. 2. Pressing that foot into the ground. And 3. Good. Place both hands on the ground and place actually both hands inside the foot. So open the right foot to the outer edges, the right edge of the foot. Sorry, the right edge of the mat. You can come on your blocks here if needed. So you have a bit of a higher stance. Or you can stay with the hands on the ground. This is lizard pose. We call it lizard pose. And what we're going to do, we're going to roll on the outer edge of the right foot and back. So I'm going to show you from the front. Roll on the outer edge of the foot and back. Roll and back. 2 more. Roll and back, exploring the range of motion of the right hip and back. And last one, roll. You can stay here and hold, or with your right hand, you can place it into the inner edge of your knee and press that knee out as you let the hips sink down. And breathe here, maybe finishing by gazing to the right behind you. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Stay. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Let the hips sink towards the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Very good. Release. Place the hand back on the mat. And step back. Coming into child pose. Open the knees wide. A bit wider than a regular child pose. And connect the big toes at the back here. Sink. So take the buttocks towards your heels. And rest the forehead on the ground. You can extend the arms forward if you want more of an active child pose. Lift the elbows off the ground, maybe cupping your hands. And wiggle your buttocks, your glutes from side to side here. Feeling your hips, feeling any difference from right to left hip. After the work that we've done on the right side. Good. Inhale, find your way back to tabletop position so that we can repeat on the left side. Left foot steps forward between your hands and take your back knee away from you, so further back, so that the hips are not high. Yeah, the hips want to sink. Now your hands come on the knee and we do 10 pulses here. 1, 2, moving slowly. 3, with control. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 5. You are aware of your left foot, your foundation, pressing into the ground. 6, 7. Stay with me. 8, 9, last one, and 10. And now let the hips sink and we hold 3 breaths here. Lower the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Lower the hands on the mat and open the left foot to the edge of the mat, placing both hands inside the foot. Maybe elevate your hands using 2 blocks and begin to roll on the outer edge of the left foot and back. Rolling. So we are moving the femur bone, the head of the femur bone is rotating into the hip sockets of your left leg. Good. Nice. And now we hold, so roll on the outer edge of the left foot. You can stay here, or you can take the left hand into the inner knee and press that knee away, maybe finishing by looking behind you towards the left shoulder here. 1, 2, and 3. Release the hands. Step back. Again, wide knee child pose. Open the knees wide, connect the big toes, and sit back. Rest the forehead on the mat. 3 breaths here. 1, feeling the hips, feeling the inner thighs, and feeling your quadriceps, your quads as well. 2, and 3. Well done, yogis. Inhale, find your way back to tabletop. We take a moment to move our spine into gentle cat-cow here. And again, if being on your hands on the palms doesn't feel right, you can always come, whether it's on your fists or on the forearms. Yeah, we will still benefit from the work that we do with our spine. Good. Right, come into neutral. And now we come to Malasana Yogi Squat, okay? Very good pose. I'll tell you why it's a good pose. But for now, step your right foot to the outer edge of the right hand. And see if you can step also the left foot to the left outer edge of the hand. And so you can squat down. You can lower the hips towards the ground here. Now, ideally, we want our heels to be on the ground. But if it's not accessible for you today, due to our ankle flexibility, you can keep the heels lifted, okay? You can support your hands for balance using blocks, or you can also create a platform with the blocks and sit. Find a variation. We will be here for 5 breaths. The most important thing, yogis, is that your knees are pushing out, are pressing out. Your knees never come in, but instead they want to press out. So you feel the work in the inner thighs. Connect the palms and use the elbow to press your elbows into the knees. Lengthen your spine, grow a bit taller, spread the collarbones. So open the space between the collarbones and drop the shoulders down. 3 breaths here. 1. So not only work on our hips, also as I mentioned on the ankles here and on our lower back. 2. And 3. Release the hands, whether it's on the ground or on the blocks. And from here, move from side to side. Move from side to side. Finding this gentle mobility, we should all be able to be in a squat. Yes? If you're not able, it's okay. Hopefully, by practicing together, it will feel more accessible. So don't get frustrated if you're not there yet. Very good. Nice. And coming back into a squat and lifting your hips high and coming into a forward fold. We can catch the opposite elbows here and simply hang. So let the upper body be heavy, let the head be heavy, let the neck be relaxed so that you are looking behind you. So the neck should feel fully relaxed, fully lengthened as we use gravity here to do the work for us, to create space between the vertebrae. In your spine, you can swing from side to side. Good. Good. Release the arms, begin to press into your feet and start to roll one vertebra at a time into a standing position. Right. Give it a good shake. Nice. We do a few standing poses, so still our yang, more active approach, and then we come to the ground for more passive stretches, okay? So come to the top of the mat, join the feet together, and take a big step back with the right foot to the back of the mat for warrior two. Keep the back foot parallel with the shortest part of your mat, and the front foot pointing forward, okay? So the big toe is pointing completely forward. Bend the front knee, so we are working on the hip of the left leg. This is external rotation. Good, now your legs are strong. I like to tap them just to make sure they're strong. I feel they are engaged. They are not like a cooked spaghetti. They're like a raw spaghetti. Here my Italian roots come. And then we're gonna open the arms, open the wings, drop the shoulders down, and imagine someone is lengthening, is stretching you, is pulling you from the front fingers and the back fingers, stretching, pulling you in two different directions. 5 breaths in your warrior two, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Your gaze to the left index finger. 2. Feel the legs working hard. 3. 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Very good. Extend the front leg. And now rotate your left foot inward so that both feet are parallel with one another. Hands at the waist. Good. Roll your shoulders back, shoulder blades down. Open your chest, inhale, so your toes are pointing slightly in, not out, but in. Legs again are strong and engaged. Inhale and fall forward, exhale. For standing wide leg forward fold, 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Let the head be heavy. Looking behind you. 2. Fully relaxing the neck. Shifting the weight slightly towards your toes. So the weight is not on the heels, slightly into the toes. That's it, very good. 4. Feel your legs strong and active. And 3. Begin to press your feet into the ground so you rise all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we do warrior two on the other side. So we will face the back of the mat. You don't need to look at the camera. Simply rotate your right foot out, pointing at the back of the mat. Back foot stays parallel with the shortest part of the mat, and bend the front knee. Your right knee. Right knee is pointing forward. Open your arms, open your wings, activating the arms. 5 breaths in your warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Pressing the outer arch of the left foot into the ground. 2. Staying strong in your legs. 3. Embodying the qualities of the warrior. Your power, your strength, your commitment, your vision, your courage. 4. And 5. Good. Extend the front leg, the right leg. And again, rotate inward your right foot. Good. Release the hands down. Rotate the left foot to the front of the mat. And take a big step forward, joining the feet. And give it a goodbye. Giving a good shake. Good. Let's take it to the ground for some yin poses. So now we want to hold the position for a bit longer. We hold the stretches for a bit longer. And instead of squeezing the muscles, we want to drop the muscles so that they hopefully can relax. Have the hands at the back. And drop the knees from side to side for windscreen wipers. Good. You might want to use the long length of your mat, so sitting the same way that I'm seated, because what we're going to do next, we're going to drop the knees to one side, coming into 90-90. So this is a kind of variation of pigeon pose with the back leg bent. 90-degree angle with back leg and front leg. We're going to rotate our torso, upper body towards the front leg. And we're going to fold forward here. And we're going to stay here for some time, for 2 minutes. So if you have a bolster or a cushion, you can create a padding for your elbows so that it's more comfortable here. You can create a padding or place a block for the forehead, or you can place fist on fist and rest the forehead here. And now instead of thinking of engaging, we do the opposite. So we need to switch. You want to relax your left leg, your left glute, your left thigh. You want to let it melt towards the ground. Most of our time in our day-to-day, we are in active mode, in yang mode. So we are squeezing, we are tensing, we are coming away from the ground. Because that is our survival mode. We need that to protect ourselves from dangers like they used to be, like lions in the forest, and today the danger could be maybe a car or a notification of your phone could also be, or someone trying to maybe steal something from you, So the benefits of practicing yin yoga is to teach our body to relearn how we can be soft, how we can release, how we can let go of tension in stillness. Staying with the breath. And sometimes stillness can be really hard because the mind cannot be still. Couple of more breaths here in your 90-90 position. Good. Very slowly find your way back up to an upright position, and you can roll back to the front and find your way to the other side. Take your time to set up your mat with the props that you might want to use. This could be an example of how we could use the block. You could also use 2 blocks to support your forearms. Inviting your right glute, your right hip, your right quadriceps to melt, to relax, to drop. Inviting the back knee also to be heavy, the back leg. You can gently open the jaw, creating space between the upper and lower teeth. And if it feels nice, you can exhale through the mouth. So when we practice active Yang yoga, which can be Vinyasa yoga, Hatha yoga, you name it, we address our muscles. When we practice Yin yoga, what we're doing now, holding the poses for minimum 2 minutes, up to 5, 6, 7, or 10. We are addressing our connective tissues, which are much drier compared to muscles. There's more blood in the muscles. And so they tend to be more rigid, more stiff, less elastic. And that's why they need this type of, let's call it stress. They need to be stimulated in this way, in stillness, by holding the position for long. Muscles, they need rhythmic and explosive movements. So like we were doing the pulses earlier, for example. Very good. A few more breaths here. Right. Slowly inhale, very slowly, find your way out. Remove the props. Take the back leg at the front and give it a good shake to your legs, rolling the femur bone in and out. I'm going to take it to the ground. So lying on your back. Maybe you want to have a look first, what we're going to do. As we're lying on the back, we're going to take what we call figure 4 here. And we're going to first drop the knees from side to side as we hold the figure 4. So this is really good for your hips, for your lower back as well. So let's go. Let's go ahead and we do it together. So you want to place the left foot on the ground and the right ankle over the left knee. This big pointy bone of your foot, of your ankle, you want to, sometimes it feels uncomfortable if it's pressing onto your thigh. So just move the ankle just a little bit passing by, you know, the muscle, so that it's not poking into the muscle here. And first, keeping the left foot on the ground, begin to drop the knees from side to side as you keep your figure 4. Oh my God, this feels so good. Nice. One more, each side. Good. And now drop your knees. So keep the figure 4 and drop the knees towards your left, coming into this variation of twists. Where our legs are in a figure 4, you can open the right arm to the side and take the gaze to the right hand. And we breathe here, we hold here. Yes, very good. Right. With the next inhale, find your way back to the center. And cross your legs, your right foot on the mat. Take a moment to pause, to coming into a neutral spine for a moment, feeling where neutral is, feeling how it feels to be in a neutral spine. And go ahead and take the left ankle on top of the right knee. And begin to drop the knees from side to side. Slowly, move slow. And explore the full range of motion. So see if your knees can touch the ground, can reach all the way to the ground, maybe. But that's where we want to go. And for that, you need to move slow, with control. Observing, mindfully, how far can I go? How far it's safe? And now drop the knees to the right, twisting, taking the gaze to the left, opening the left arm to the side. Good. When you're ready, find your way back, uncrossing your legs so that your feet, again, both feet are on the ground. And you can extend your legs so that we can come into Shavasana, our final resting pose. So you might want to Maybe grab a blanket. If you have a bolster, you can place it below the knees. If you don't have a bolster, you can do it with the blocks below the knees or with 2 cushions as well below the knees. You choose whether you come into your regular Shavasana with your legs extended, or maybe you want to come into butterfly legs. So you join the soles of the feet together and you let the knees drop to the side. We'll be here for 3 minutes. You choose. Close your eyes. Open the arms next to the body, palms facing up. Let the body rest. Let the body release any tension, any heaviness. It's time to drop it, to let go of that, to drop it towards the ground. And return to that seed that we planted at the beginning of the session. Knowing that changes, growth, transformation doesn't happen overnight. And so like the seed, when it sprouts, its roots begin to grow into darkness, underground, in the soil. So apparently you don't see it. Seems like nothing is happening. And then when the roots are strong, then it starts to sprout and it starts to reach for the sun. So with your intention, with your seed, we need care, we need nourishment, but we need also patience. Knowing that the work that we're doing now, here, in this moment, by doing this work, we are already watering that seed. And then it will be your small actions. Your daily actions that will allow you to bloom, to blossom. Slowly, you can, if you are in butterfly pose, you can begin to bring the knees together and placing your feet flat on the mat. If your legs are extended, you can find some gentle movements in your toes and your fingers. Maybe taking the arms overhead to stretch. And your knees into your chest. Dropping the knees to one side, fully coming on your side position. Nice. And finding finding your way to come to seated so that we can close our session. Together. Very good. Let's join the hands. Namaste. And to everyone that is watching now or later, namaste. Thank you for joining me today.